Let's talk about childhood anxiety. It's something so many families are dealing with every single day. But what if the biggest clues aren't the loud, obvious ones? In this explainer, we're going to dig into those quiet, subtle signals that are so easy to miss, but are incredibly important to catch. Okay, this right here really gets to the heart of it all. This is such a powerful reminder that what we think anxiety looks like, the big panic attacks or nonstop worrying, that's just one piece of the puzzle. The real clues, well, they're often much, much quieter. So just take a look at this list. Does any of this ring a bell? That stomach ache that just happens to pop up every Sunday night? That clenched teeth, I'm fine. Or how about the need to make every single assignment absolutely perfect? Maybe it's skipping lunch because the cafeteria is just too much, or that flat-out refusal to go to school. These can look like just kid behavior, but they might actually be your child's anxiety speaking a language we just need to learn how to hear.
So we've seen some of these quiet signs, but you might be wondering, why is it so urgent to do something about them? Well, because understanding the long-term impact is absolutely key. This is about way more than just a tough phase or a bad school year. And this number, wow, this shows you exactly what's at stake, 70%. Just let that sink in for a minute. 7 out of every 10 teenagers with untreated anxiety will carry that right into their adult lives. So the takeaway here is that getting help early isn't just a nice idea, it's truly preventative.
You see, anxiety isn't just a feeling in your head, it's a full-body experience. They're called somatic presentations, which is really just a way of saying the body keeps the score. So when your child is always complaining about headaches or stomach problems, or you see them biting their nails or pulling their hair, their body might be screaming something their words just can't get out.
Okay, I know all of that can feel a little heavy, but here's the empowering part. You don't have to just guess anymore. There are simple, real first steps you can take to go from that pit in your stomach to actually knowing what's going on. This is the big question, right? For any parent who has that gut feeling that something's not quite right, but you don't know what to do next. How do you get past the "I'm fine" and get some real objective information?
Well, here is a fantastic tool to do just that. The GAD-7 screener is a real, clinically validated tool that professionals use, and guess what? It's available to you online for free. It takes 2 minutes, that's it, and gives you a real data point to start a real conversation with a professional. And honestly, it is this simple. You can take the screener together, which is a great way to open up the conversation. You get instant results, giving you a baseline, and then you have something solid to bring to a school counselor or a doctor, turning a vague worry into a concrete starting point.
Okay, so you've got your data. What's the next move? Well, for families in Georgia, there's a dedicated resource designed specifically for K-12 students. Let's talk about MentalSpace School.
This gives us a great snapshot, but the thing that really jumps out is same-day teletherapy. That means when things are tough, you're not stuck on a waiting list for weeks. And it's available in every single one of Georgia's 159 counties with licensed, diverse therapists. That's incredible. Now for the question that's on every parent's mind, cost and insurance. And this is laid out so clearly. For families on Medicaid, it's zero cost. For those with private insurance, they cover all the major providers you see here. They've really worked to remove one of the biggest roadblocks to getting help.
So the service is accessible, which is great. But the next big question is always, does it actually work? Well, the answer comes from their approach, which is built on proven methods that get real, measurable results. Their primary method is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. You might have heard of it. It's really the gold standard for treating anxiety in kids. Put simply, it helps kids learn to spot and change those negative thought patterns and behaviors. And just look at those results. A remission rate of 60 to 70%. This isn't just about coping, it's about getting better. And these aren't just general stats. These are the real outcomes for students right here in Georgia. 92% saw their anxiety go down. 89% had better school attendance. Remember that refusing to go to school sign? Here's the proof that the right help works. These numbers are fantastic. So, if any of these quiet signs or numbers have resonated with you, here's a very clear, very direct next step. You can go to their website to learn more, or even start the intake process to get that same-day support we've been talking about. So we'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you know more about the quiet ways anxiety can sneak in, what's one sign you won't just brush off anymore? Because your attention, your awareness, that could be the first and most important step of all.